Most valuable and expensive Sacagawea dollar coins, United States of America 2000. D. Mint mark and gold sticker round dirty condition dollar coins from having unimaginable this coin and million of dollar in today's market. Make you billionaire overnight. If you have this coin, don't spend at low price because it has the power to change your fortune overnight. Give me complete information in 10 minutes, 12 long. Not paragraph the script, must be engaging, and most grabbing words don't take. Information from Google Chrome or other website. Give me information in own words, only in paragraphs, not in points and in coins history. The 1993 half dollar from the United States, featuring President John F. Kennedy, is one of those coins that many people overlook in their daily life, yet it carries a strong presence in the world of coin collecting. While it is not automatically worth millions just because of the year, certain rare conditions, special mint marks, and exceptional preservation can make this coin highly desirable among collectors. The excitement around coins like the 1993 Kennedy half dollar comes from the possibility of hidden value, especially when the coin is in outstanding condition or has unique features that separate it from regular circulation pieces. In 1993, Kennedy half dollars were minted primarily for collectors rather than everyday circulation. Most were struck at the Philadelphia Mint no mint mark and the Denver Mint D mint mark. In addition, special proof versions were produced at the San Francisco Mint, carrying the S mint mark. Proof coins are specially made with sharp details and mirror-like surfaces, often sold directly to collectors in protective packaging. These proof coins, especially if preserved in perfect condition, can command higher prices than standard circulation coins. The value of a 1993 half dollar depends heavily on its condition. A coin found in dirty or heavily worn condition is usually worth only its face value of 50 cents. However, if the coin is uncirculated, meaning it has never been used in daily transactions and still shows its original mint luster, the value can increase significantly. Coins graded in high mint state condition by professional grading services can sell for much more than ordinary examples. Collectors are always searching for coins with sharp details, strong strike quality, and minimal marks. One important factor that can raise the value of a 1993 half dollar is the presence of mint errors. Errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks can make a coin rare and collectible. These unusual mistakes occur during the minting process and are not common, which makes them exciting finds. A rare mint error in excellent condition can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on demand and rarity. Another point to understand is that 1993 Kennedy half dollars are made of copper-nickel clad composition, not silver. This means they do not contain precious metal value, like the older 1964 silver half dollars. Because of this, their value comes mainly from collector demand rather than metal content. However, certain special sets or proof versions in flawless condition can still bring impressive prices at auctions. Some people believe that modern half dollars automatically carry million-dollar value, but this is not realistic for most 1993 coins. Only extremely rare varieties, major minting errors, or perfectly graded examples could reach high auction numbers. Becoming a billionaire overnight from a regular 1993 half dollar is highly unlikely. Still, coin collecting can be profitable if you understand grading, rarity, and market demand. If you own a 1993 half dollar, it is important not to clean it. Cleaning can damage the surface and reduce its collector value significantly. Even if the coin appears dirty, collectors prefer original surfaces. Store the coin safely in a protective holder to prevent scratches or environmental damage. The history of the Kennedy half dollar series itself adds emotional and historical importance. First introduced in 1964 after President John F. Kennedy's assassination, the coin quickly became a symbol of national remembrance. By 1993, the coin had already been part of American coinage for nearly 3 decades, continuing the legacy with the same iconic portrait. In today's market, most 1993 half dollars in circulated condition trade between face value and a few dollars. Uncirculated rolls, proof sets, and high-grade certified examples can sell for higher premiums. The real power of this coin lies in understanding its condition, rarity, and whether it has any unique characteristics that separate it from millions of others produced that year. So while the 1993 half dollar may not automatically transform someone into a millionaire, it still holds value for collectors who appreciate history, preservation, and the thrill of discovering a special piece. Always check the mint mark, examine the condition carefully, and consider professional grading if the coin appears flawless. Knowledge is a true treasure in coin collecting, and with the right information, even an ordinary-looking coin can reveal surprising worth. The 1964 Kennedy half dollar is one of the most famous and emotionally powerful coins in United States history, and was created during a moment of national tragedy and pride. After President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in November 1963, the nation was in shock, and within months the U.S. Mint decided to honor him by placing his portrait on the half-dollar coin. In 1964, the very first Kennedy half dollars were struck, and they instantly became historic collectibles. This was not just money. It was a symbol of remembrance, hope, and American strength during a painful time in history. What makes the 1964 Kennedy half dollar truly special is its silver content. Unlike many modern coins, the 1964 version was made of 90% silver and 10% copper. That alone gives it strong value, because silver has real precious metal worth. Even if the coin is worn or slightly dirty, it still carries its silver value. But when the coin is in fine, brilliant, or uncirculated condition, its value can rise much higher depending on demand and grading. Collectors especially search for coins with sharp details in Kennedy's hair and clear lines on the eagle on the reverse. The mint mark is another powerful factor in determining value. In 1964, Kennedy half dollars were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, while Denver coins carry a small D mint mark on the reverse side below the eagle. Both types are collectible, but condition matters more than mint location for regular strikes. However, there is something even more exciting from 1964, the 1964 proof Kennedy half dollar, especially the rare accented hair variety. This special early proof design shows stronger hair detail above Kennedy's ear and is highly desired by collectors, often selling for much more than regular proof coins. Now, let's talk about the dream that many people hear, the idea that a 1964 Kennedy half dollar could be worth millions. In normal circulated condition, most 1964 half dollars are worth more than face value because of silver, usually based on current silver prices. In high uncirculated grades certified by professional grading companies, values can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Extremely high-grade specimens, especially rare proof varieties in perfect condition, can sell for very strong prices at auction. However, becoming a billionaire overnight from a common circulated 1964 half dollar is not realistic. The true million-dollar coins are usually extremely rare mint errors or one-of-a-kind pieces in flawless condition. Gold sticker coins often refer to coins that have received special approval from premium verification services, such as CAC, Certified Acceptance Corporation. A gold sticker on a professionally graded coin means it is high quality for its assigned grade. This can increase value because it gives buyers extra confidence. But the sticker alone does not automatically make a coin worth millions. The real power comes from rarity, condition, historical importance, and collector demand combined together. In fine condition, a 1964 Kennedy half dollar still shows clear lettering and visible detail in Kennedy's profile. The word Liberty should be readable, and the date 1964 should be strong and clear. On the back, the eagle's wings and shield lines should still be noticeable. Coins in this condition carry solid silver value and collector interest, especially because 1964 was the only year the coin was struck in 90% silver for regular circulation. Historically, the release of this coin created massive public excitement. People lined up at banks to get rolls of the new Kennedy half dollar. Many Americans saved them instead of spending them, believing they would become valuable in the future. Because so many were saved, the coin is not extremely rare today, but its emotional and historical significance keeps it highly collectible. There are also special 1964 Special Mint Set SMS Kennedy half dollars that are extremely rare. These coins have a unique satin-like finish and sharper details. Only a small number are known to exist, and they have sold for very high prices at auction. These are the types of 1964 Kennedy coins that can reach extraordinary values because of their rarity and mystery. If you believe you have a high-quality 1964 Kennedy half dollar, the smartest step is to have it evaluated by a professional grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. Authentication protects you from selling it too cheaply and confirms its real market value. Never clean the coin, because cleaning can reduce its value significantly, even if the coin looks dirty. The 1972 Kennedy half dollar is one of those coins that many people ignore, yet collectors continue to search for special versions that can be surprisingly valuable. First, it is important to understand that most 1972 half dollars are not made of silver. By 1971, the United States Mint had already stopped using silver in regular half dollars, so the standard 1972 coins were struck in copper-nickel clad composition. Millions were produced in Philadelphia and Denver, and large numbers were saved by collectors, which means ordinary circulated pieces are usually worth only face value or slightly more. However, certain conditions and rare varieties can change everything. The mint marks of the 1972 half dollar include no mint mark for Philadelphia and a D mint mark for Denver. In 1972, there were no proof half dollars made in San Francisco for general circulation, like in earlier silver years. Because of the high mintage numbers, most coins you find in dirty or heavily circulated condition will not be rare. In fact, a dirty or worn coin is usually less valuable unless it has a unique error or is an extremely high uncirculated grade. Condition plays a powerful role in value. A coin that looks ordinary in pocket change condition might be worth only 50 cents. But the same coin in near-perfect mint state condition can sell for significantly more to collectors who demand quality. Now let's talk about the dream that many people hear the idea that a 1972 half dollar could be worth millions of dollars overnight. In reality, no regular 1972 Kennedy half dollar has sold for millions. Claims of becoming a billionaire overnight from a common 1972 half dollar are exaggerated. However, rare mint errors or exceptionally graded coins can command strong prices. For example, dramatic mint errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or major die errors can increase value dramatically depending on rarity and demand. Coins graded at the very highest mint state levels by professional grading services can also bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars if they are among the finest known examples. Some collectors also look for special characteristics such as strong strikes, clean surfaces, and original luster. A coin with full details in Kennedy's hair and sharp lettering on the reverse eagle design will always be more desirable than a weakly struck piece. Even small differences in surface preservation can separate a common coin from a premium collectible. This is why professional grading is so important in the coin market. Without certification, it is difficult to prove a coin's true condition or rarity. As for the idea of a gold sticker, sometimes collectors refer to verification stickers from independent grading verification services. These stickers do not mean the coin is made of gold. They are simply endorsements that confirm the coin's grade is accurate. The 1972 Kennedy half dollar itself is not a gold coin. It is primarily copper and nickel, and its intrinsic metal value is close to face value. Historically, the Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964 after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The coin became an instant symbol of national memory and pride. By 1972, the design featuring Kennedy on the front and the presidential seal on the back had already become familiar to Americans. Although it was widely saved, it slowly disappeared from everyday circulation as people kept them as souvenirs or collectibles. If you truly want to know whether your 1972 half dollar is valuable, focus on 3 key factors: mint mark, condition, and possible errors. Examine the coin carefully under good lighting. Look for unusual doubling in the letters or date, off-center strikes, or anything that looks dramatically different from normal coins. If you suspect something special, consider having it evaluated by a reputable coin dealer or grading service. In conclusion, while the 1972 Kennedy half dollar is an interesting piece of American coin history, most examples will not make someone instantly rich. The real value comes from rarity, condition, and collector demand. Instead of believing in overnight fortune stories, it is wiser to understand the coin's history, study its features carefully, and appreciate it as part of America's numismatic heritage. Sometimes a true treasure is not sudden wealth, but knowledge and careful collecting. The 1985 United States half dollar is not just a coin. It is a piece of American history that carries the legacy of President John F. Kennedy and the spirit of a nation that once stood united in grief and hope. When people talk about valuable and expensive half dollars, many immediately think about older silver coins, but the 1985 Kennedy half dollar also has its own story and collector demand. Even though it was not made of silver like the 1964 version, certain conditions and rare mint day examples of the 1985 half dollar can still bring impressive prices in today's collector market. In 1985, the Kennedy half dollar was produced in two main mint locations. Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia coins usually have no mint mark, while the Denver coins carry a small D mint mark on the obverse side near the date. There were also proof versions made in San Francisco, which carry the S mint mark. These proof coins were specially struck for collectors, and often come with a mirror-like surface and sharp details. While regular circulation coins from 1985 are common, high-grade uncirculated coins and deep cameo-proof versions can sell for much higher amounts than their face value. It is important to understand that most 1985 half dollars found in dirty or heavily circulated condition are only worth their face value of 50 cents. However, condition changes everything. A coin that has never been circulated, with no scratches, no wear, and strong luster, can be graded by professional grading services. If such a coin receives a very high grade like MS-67 or higher, its value can rise significantly. Collectors are always searching for the finest known examples, and in rare top grades, these coins can sell for hundreds or even over $1,000 at auction. The gold sticker you mentioned usually refers to a verification sticker placed by a third-party service that confirms the coin is solid or high-end for the grade assigned. It does not mean the coin is made of gold. The 1985 half dollar is composed of copper-nickel clad, not gold or silver. Still, a coin with an official grading holder and a gold verification sticker may attract more trust and possibly a stronger price among collectors. When it comes to history, the Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, shortly after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. By 1985, the coin had already become a long-running tribute to his memory. Although half dollars were not commonly used in daily transactions by the 1980s, the U.S. Mint continued producing them mainly for collectors and limited circulation. This reduced everyday use sometimes helps preserve better condition examples from later years like 1985. There's a lot of excitement online about coins being worth millions and making someone a billionaire overnight. In reality, a standard 1985 half dollar in normal condition is not worth millions of dollars. However, extremely rare mint errors, such as major off-center strikes, double strikes, or missing clad layers, can increase value dramatically. Even then, values usually range from hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition, not millions. True multi-million-dollar coins are typically extremely rare historic pieces from the 1700s or 1800s. If you believe you have a special 1985 half dollar, the best step is to examine its condition carefully. Look for sharp details in Kennedy's hair, clean field without heavy marks, and strong shine. Check the mint mark and see if it is a proof coin with mirror-like surfaces. If it looks exceptional, consider sending it to a professional grading company. Authentication and grading can make a big difference in market value and buyer confidence. In today's market, most circulated 1985 half dollars sell for face value to a few dollars. Uncirculated rolls can sell for a premium, and top-graded coins can reach higher auction prices. While it may not instantly change your fortune overnight, a rare high-grade or error example can still be an exciting and valuable discovery for any collector. The real power of the 1985 half dollar is not just in its price, but in its story. It represents American history, presidential legacy, and the passion of coin collectors who search through rolls hoping to find a hidden treasure. Even if it does not make you a billionaire, finding a beautiful high-grade example can still feel like striking gold in your own collection. If you want, I can also create a powerful YouTube-style 10-minute engaging script about the 1985 Kennedy half dollar with dramatic hooks and attention-grabbing language to attract viewers.